This is the Scrying Sports Network 8, the Alt Show, special presentation. This program contains graphic violence, harsh language, bizarre sex acts, and copious drug use. Parental discretion is advised.
Open up your ear holes and get ready to receive Sex, Drugs, and Saving Throws Part 2, Baking the Law. The Mithril Maidens are back together along with their new tour manager, about to take on their deadliest gig yet, a baking competition. It's like the Great British Bake Off, but with magic swords, magic missiles, and magic mushrooms. Now on with the show.
Hello, and welcome to the Advanced Age Role-Playing Gamers podcast. My name is Matt. I'm going to be your tour manager and co-host.
Script already. You're already off script, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Wait, there was a script?
Oh my God, it's more orange, Nathan. Just more orange going into the edit box.
I'm just going to edit this whole bit, so don't worry about it.
That's fine. All right.
We just got to replace it with a robot voice. Hello, this is Matt. Welcome.
Welcome to episode 7 of our Baking the Law story, which is part of the Sex, Drugs, and Rock and Roll story arc.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
Oh my God. Dang it.
Totally fucked it.
You know what it is? I'm sorry. I keep thinking of the Janatlas Cube. All right. So welcome to episode 7 of Baking the Law, part of the Sex, Drugs, and Saving Throws story arc. So without further ado, let's go ahead and meet our cast. I'll start with Tyr.
Right, I'm Tyr. I'll be playing Rain Northshine, bass lutist for the Mithril Maidens, Faye Archer rogue build.
Awesome. All right. And Chris.
I'm Chris. I'm playing Zulja, the drummer of Mithril Maidens and half-orc bard.
Awesome. Nathan.
I'm Nathan. I'm playing Echo's Banter, and I am the Lord of the Abyss.
All right. And
The abyss
Malcolm.
between the cheeks.
It's a very small, humid abyss.
Good. Very good. Well done.
the Famunda Dark.
Well done.
God, it's getting better.
Oh, that's the next story arc for this group.
That's from Under Dark, yes.
The Famunda Dark.
It'll be
Well,
gooder.
that beats the original, which is the Down Under Dark or whatever. But yeah. All right. So Malcolm.
Hi, I'm Malcolm. I am Orin Killroy, the intrepid manager of this particular group, I suppose, of talent, which is, must say, is better than the less successful drum interpretive dance troupe I had, Thumps. So, they're good. But nothing compared to the carny sensation that the Fantana brothers were. Those were something.
Well, nobody
All
compares to them, so.
No. Kupo.
Name's Gromarsh. I'm half orc. Not too quite sure what the other half is. I think they say I'm Italian. And I'm here to sing for all you lovely birds out there and to slay all you cunts that want to face us in battle. But I like to drink my grog and make love on a bed of spikes.
Who is this? Who is this?
He still has. Remember, he's still sober.
That's right. He's
Yeah, that actually is sober Gromarsh.
I forgot. Oh,
And his
horrible.
character is sober too.
and that drink is probably the color of his urine.
Nice.
Heady.
All right. And last but not least, Sean.
So as we've gone corporate, I'm going to read the canned responses. My player name is Hoogrim of the Lost Shire. My name is Sean. My character race is Halfling, and his class is a barbarian. His character role brand is Lead Ludist. And
Are you wearing your podcast khakis right now?
yes, I am. And I have pants on, unlike you all. And fun fact about the character, he's short. So that's it. That's my canned thing for you, Matt.
Stand by for
Awesome.
our team building exercise.
Yes,
the trust
I have a
falls.
PowerPoint.
Wait, what is going on? I didn't call a meeting. I didn't.
No, this was on the pin
My
on the
polo
taskbar.
shirt in the dryer. Yeah.
Malcolm, you missed early on when we started this. I used to call meetings, and yeah, we don't do that anymore.
There's a lot more
Your
drinking
fucking
back then.
PowerPoint.
Wait.
There was
You would call
PowerPoint.
meetings. Wait, you would call
No,
meetings
Nathan
with
recorded
these
them.
guys?
Nathan, you recorded them, right?
Oh yeah.
Wait.
Oh yeah, Nathan could send you one.
Meetings with them. You would
Yes.
call meetings with these guys.
Yeah, it lasted a couple times. It was,
Hey Tony,
all right.
Tony. Hey Tony, I think you're recording using your AirPods.
Good catch.
He's recording using his earpods.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All that equipment.
All
He's
you're
like,
gonna hear is windmills of the gods between those two things, man.
That's our audiovisual specialist, ladies and gentlemen.
I just wanted to accidentally fall out in his cheesecake and for him to swallow it.
But this is what you're gonna hear the whole time. That's all you hear the whole time.
Is that better?
Yes. Yeah.
I got to tell you another thing too, and this we'll get started on the other, is that after doing the live show with those guys, it was not as you go into these things being kind of intimidated, and it is not in the realm of impossibility that we could do one of those just like this.
No,
Public
it is.
speaking is not
I
I can do it.
We cannot do this.
It's out
Listen,
of
if
the
I
realm.
know, if we keep a little reminder button going, we're live, I will be fine. Because I used to do public speaking and I controlled myself. But in this environment, it's never going to work.
I've had inspections at work where people have seen me go because I was that close to letting a joke out that shouldn't have come out.
Yeah, but you're a Lego now, so it doesn't work. You're going to worry about that.
Our safest option would just have a soundboard with like sarcastic response 1 through 20 and just put all of 20 voices in it.
We're going to need a delay, like a 7-second delay or something.
That's 5 seconds. I've looked into it.
1 through 100 for Chris's responses. So.
Yeah.
That's true. You're right.
Okay. All right. Well, so we'll get started actually playing. So when we left off,
We're playing?
I know we are.
We are.
You guys had just defeated the Pudding King, and I know I love it. It's a real monster. I didn't make it up. You defeated the Pudding King and the big black pudding, as well as the gelatinous cube. I've been practicing.
Well done.
Well done,
Yes,
sir.
yes.
Well done, sir.
A gentle
Done
gelatinous
phonics.
cube going down the guest. I don't know, that didn't work. All right,
Going
so,
down on the guest.
I know.
What?
So in the nothing, I was just trying to. All right, so you guys have just defeated the creatures. The Pudding King is died, and you guys were, I think, gonna take a look to see if there were any valuables, and then you were collecting up the pudding samples. So you guys do find treasure as you're like poking around and looking around the floor. Rain notices that there are some floor
Rain
panels that are
He's the most observant of us, so.
loose, and you pry a couple of them, and you see that they're actual trap doors that open up, and at the bottom of a couple of them, you see skeletons laying in there and some shiny coin. Also, on the Pudding King, who would like to roll a D100 for me?
I'll roll if nobody else wants to.
I vote for the dwarf.
All right.
I guess I'm going to roll. All right, let me roll D100. Yeah, the dwarf. Thank you. Yes. All right, a 95.
Nice.
95.
I guess that's good. Depending, you never know.
Could be.
Tables aren't consistent.
Fulgrim, you notice on the Pudding King,
An STD. Yay!
you notice
What the hell were you doing to the Pudding King?
that there is a sort of silver ring inlaid with sort of like flames, sort of like an orange kind of flames, sort of embossed inside this silver ring on his finger.
My IQ. God, let me think of what I would do. So I pull the ring off, right? Because I just like, hey guys, I found this cool ring. And it wants me to rule the. Excuse me. I found this cool ring, and I just take it. I don't put it on. Obviously,
Okay.
I just don't, because it's I'm fair.
It's those little dwarf fingers. They don't fit very well.
And
The gold is
yeah,
is very smooth and soft and kind of warm to the touch.
Yeah, it's smooth and soft and warm to touch, sort of like
I don't think
cock
that's at
ring.
all.
I don't like where this is going.
Wait a minute, this is a halfling cock ring. I know this brand.
Put it on.
Okay, I just slip it over my cock and we'll see how it looks. And
Okay.
Nice to not do that.
I just what again?
Right.
Orin, help him with that.
Yeah. So what happened?
no, so I have the ring. I just tell everybody I have the ring, and I go
on your cock.
I'm not putting it on my cock.
Well, it
I'm
is the
sorry.
one ring to rule them all. So
That's right.
Yeah, it's a cool ring though. It's warm to the touch, and and
Yeah.
so
I don't know if
It's
any.
warm.
It's kind of warm.
Which is it?
Make
Oh,
up your
fuck it.
mind.
Yeah, wait a minute. Just a second. I gotta. Just a second.
don't fuck it.
No,
Don't
No,
Don't do
no
this.
need.
Says
Don't
your
I've
cock
seen
ring.
his standards.
All right, I put the ring on.
There you go. That's my boy.
What do you
I
put
just
the
slip
ring?
it on my
wait,
finger.
wait.
I just
Okay,
go, hey,
I
look
was
at
like,
this.
what do
And I
you?
put it on.
No,
I made an
it's-
IQ roll of 2.
No,
I gotta play
it's-
my character.
no,
So
All right.
I go, oh, this thing feels real nice, actually. Yeah.
no.
I put it on the opposite hand from my other
It
ring.
is spring. So spring, it's a little still in the mornings. There's a chill in the air, and down here in this sort of catacomb, you feel as if someone has laid a fresh, from the sun on the linen. Like if they took a blanket and laid it out to dry in the sun, and you just brought it in and wrapped it around yourself, and there's just this warm, cozy, snuggly feeling.
Yeah, I feel really comfortable
It
now.
kind of
This is
reminds
all right.
you like when you were young, when you would, you'd get all snuggly and cozy, and then your dad, before he would kick you out of bed to make you go work in the mines.
I didn't have to work in the mines.
I was like, he's.
That was Paul. I mean, what do you do? I went into nature and found things before my tribe was destroyed brutally.
They're hiding.
No, this is like a clean loincloth. It's amazing. It's warm.
First of all, how would you know what that's like?
He's heard tales.
I've heard tales of these things. They're these magical things.
Prestidigitation. That's it.
But I put it on so so you're telling me it's a warm, cozy feeling, right?
Yep.
Okay,
It is a warm,
I'll
cozy
take
feeling.
it for now, and we will see what happens. And you can tell me later what it is, or you can keep me in the dark. It's something.
Or we'll see you catch on fire and burn alive. But whatever happens, go first.
Yeah,
But as long as the thing is, you need to let that happen during the show. Otherwise, we lose too.
Yeah, I know. Yes, exactly.
Here, I'm assuming you're investigating the shiny bits at the bottom of the pit.
Yeah. All right. So I go in the little holes and dig them out, and bring up the 40 GP, the 120 silver pieces. And,
Lad, you do know what a trap door is, right?
right. Yeah. Look, it's when the bird that you're interested in says that she's old enough, but she's really not, and you luckily enough find it in time. Otherwise, you go to space jail. It's
Right then, carry on.
All right. So you find some loot and bring it out, and you guys begin to make your way back. Outside, you notice as you sort of get to the bottom of the stairs, looking up, there's the sort of the iron portcullis that came down, and standing at the top of the stairs is D. Snyder, and he kind of sees that you have these jars, and he kind of nods in approval, goes over and starts cranking a crankshaft or whatever, and the portcullis starts rising up, and he says, "Follow me back to the fairgrounds." And he just kind of turns and starts walking slowly toward the
All right,
field.
D. Well, that ended up well, guys.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. Is he still sober? I'm not asking him. I'm just like,
It does seem like quite a nice day for a stroll. Absolutely. Let's pursue this.
It's a lovely day for a walk.
It's really freaking me out. Like, please find like a toad or something he can lick.
Oh, how cute. The moss is only on one side of the tree. You ever notice that? How it glitters and with beautiful sea beams.
now we're sure he's not sober.
Right, GM.
Or is he just a different drunk?
Can I please go through all of our things to see if there's any hidden stashes that we could possibly feed him?
So most of all of the rest of all of the drugs that you guys had left, you guys used to build the suppository that you gave to Hulgrim.
A butterfly landed on my nose. It's so cute.
Right. Look, everyone, look around. Look for something that will fuck him up.
Yeah, can we make a survival roll or something to look for?
Yeah, anyone got some nature?
15.
There's 15. You think that sort of off the little path that you guys are walking back, you think you might see some mushrooms.
I got 20 in mine.
Oh, and Holgrim will sort of nod in approval. It's like,
That shit'll fuck him up.
Hey guys, I rolled an 8. I found some really good stuff right here.
Not like give him the shits fuck him up, like it'll give him a psychedelic experience.
It's a fucking pine cone.
Zulcha completely agrees with Echo.
Here, Gromarsh, eat this.
I think it's literal shit.
Maybe there might be some. Yeah, it's fine. I'll just
All right,
push it
so
off.
I get the mushrooms that grow on the shit while he picks up the actual shit. Gromarsh, yeah, I made you a salad.
A salad? I enjoy a good salad.
You guys have there's no finesse. Fine.
Right.
Do you
Hey,
happen to have a balsamic vinaigrette to go with this?
Okay, yes.
Right, you know what? I actually do.
Hold on. Dungeon Master, I'm going to make a roll to see. How would I roll to know if I want to? Because again, he's sober, so what would I roll if I want to actually eat?
Do you think that Gromarsh's inner self would be trying to are you trying to get back to being drunk, or is there a part of you that's suddenly like, maybe I don't, maybe I'm seeing sights and colors and sounds, or is there like an inner Gromarsh like?
Gromarsh wants to get high as fast as possible, but his body knows that it's so poisoned.
I think what you want to roll is wisdom.
Yeah, think of the salad as a new experience.
Or a healthy choice.
Natural 20.
Wow.
I'm sorry, lads. I'm afraid we'll take the walk, and maybe there'll be something.
This isn't him. He's a demon.
Right. All right. Zulja, are you strong enough to hold it down while I shove it in his eyes?
Fucking hold him down, yeah.
Just like it's gonna be like one of those things where we just get the
I'll
whole
grab his
gang
legs.
over and be like, everyone just hold him down and I'll rub it in his eyes. Okay.
All right.
This gang is the worst 12-step program ever.
All right.
What are you guys doing?
So explain what you guys do. There's no all of you jump in. There's no way he can overpower
I
all of
say
you.
this is really unnecessary.
Have the salad. It's good for you. It's healthy.
Right. So
It's fiber. Eat the fiber.
So Rain will use
put it in your
one
mouth.
arm to hold both nostrils closed, and just the other one just to pack as many mushrooms in his mouth as he possibly can.
Dude, that's
Mother tries to make me eat a salad, and you want
How can you have any pudding if you don't eat your mushrooms?
Hey, that's a song by Lemon Yellow.
Let's give that a second to kick
All
in.
right. Yeah,
Make a con roll. You might critically succeed and nothing happens.
Oh God! All right, let's see.
Well,
All right,
it's going to take a little while to take effect, right? So they. Oh.
Natural 20, yes!
All right. So you guys let him up.
I just punch him in the nuts.
Yeah, we let him up.
Well, you know it's going to take a little while to take effect.
This
So
will take about
you
a good
got-
hour.
Yeah.
For our listeners, he rolled a natural 20 again, got a 22 on his constitution roll. But
Really?
Yeah.
I have to say that was quite unnecessary, boys. Quite unnecessary.
All right, let's just walk back and then just.
He'll be back to normal in a moment, I hope.
I'm sure. Yes.
Yeah. Fuck it.
No. No.
Yeah.
No. No. I don't like it when you use that term. Just let it be, and we'll just walk back to camp and see if it takes effect.
So it takes about another 15, 20 minutes to get back, and you haven't really noticed any big changes yet in Gromarsh. What you do notice is you're coming back, and you're feeling pretty good about yourselves because you've defeated this. The crowds last time were sort of excited when you brought back the Manticore. This time you see that the crowds they've all kind of like, they're all facing the other camps. There's a bit of a hubbub going on. You see a bunch of sort of the wizards with the scrying balls kind of flying around, and you actually see what appears to be a cart painted white on the sides, with sort of like a golden emblem on it, has like pulled over in the space between the
Feebler
elves
card.
and the hex pistols. And so as you guys kind of return victorious back to your camp, there's very little fanfare. Most people are turned the other way. There's sort of the crowds are between you and the other camps. And it's kind of an anticlimactic, and out of the tent, at a scurry of as his legs make that little noise as the pants rub against each other. Puffless comes running out of the tent. He's like,
How do you wear corduroy in the middle of the spring? I don't know.
he's like, oh my goodness, oh you're all back. He kind of goes and he's like touching your hands and your legs. Like, oh, there's all of you there. Your fingers, your toes.
Not touching mine. No,
What the fuck is off me?
Whoa.
He hugs.
That's extra. Don't be touching the band members.
No hand stuff.
I don't believe you signed a groupie contract, so no.
It's like, oh heavens!
Are you an
I was-
eating ass?
You're.
What?
I
Okay, what were you
have not.
saying?
I've never eaten donkey in my life. That's quite nasty. I would think their meat would taste terrible. I
Aren't
don't
you a
think I
nasty
could-
boy?
Wrong shelf. Anyway,
Yeah.
so you were saying before you start like a little grabby feely, are you all right from a distance?
Oh,
Answer
I
that
was
question.
just so worried. I was. This is, everyone's fine. All their fingers and toes. That's so amazing. He goes over and he hugs Hulgrim. Oh, you're a brother. You're okay. And he kind of,
Yeah.
please. And you brought back the prizes. Oh, such terrible things have happened.
You know what I'd love to hear? Puffle
What do you
Shuffle.
mean? What do you mean terrible things? What are you talking about?
Shuffle Buffle. Did someone else lose some limbs? Someone we don't. I mean, we're in competition with.
What happened?
And he kind of looks over where the crowds are. He's like, well, he says it's most unfortunate. One of the feebler elves, I think he's gonna have to do some regrowing of some of his limbs. But that poor young girl, Wixie, she didn't make it back.
I think I have a limb growing right now. It's freaking me out. Oh,
You say
Sively! I see Sively on the cart. Sively's on the cart. Sively's on the cart.
You know the funny thing is the mushrooms aren't affecting you right now. That's just you.
Yeah, that's.
Sively is on the cart.
Yeah, and so he just like, put your stuff down. I'll bring wine. Oh, this is such dreadful stuff.
You're right. I need wine. I'm devastated.
Hey, Matt. Holgrim's going to accompany him because he wants to ask him a question away from the group.
You can go into the tent.
Which one was Squiggly Sex Pistols?
Wixie was Hex Pistols.
Was that the one who you drugged with the...
No, so there's Trixie and Wixie. So Trixie's the one who did most of the talking when she came over to your guys' tent. Mm-hmm. Wixie was there with her. Effie's the one Rain got all
Partied with.
Sorry. Wixie was one of the ones who was, she was hanging out, but she was a little more quiet.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm sorry. All right. So, Sean, you go inside the tent with Puffless.
Yes. So, I got a question for you.
Yes.
This is horrible, and I agree it's tragedy, but how'd your people end up here? It doesn't seem like our type would fit in this society.
Oh, well, it's quite wonderful here. We settled in nicely. The people are so kind, and we bake food, and they love food. Oh, they love our food.
Yeah.
They eat and eat and eat.
Do they?
Oh yes, they're such happy people. The farmers work very hard, and the people work very hard in the shops.
But how did our people get here?
Oh well, we migrated from the south. I mean, I've never heard of your clan. I'm terribly sorry, but we migrated from the south some years ago.
So you guys are happy. They're not like, you're not in servitude or anything like this. It just doesn't seem very halfling-ish the way we live.
Heavens,
you live here.
no! We live gooder lives. We have
Stop
purpose.
saying that. What is your purpose?
To be happy, to do good, and to be gooder.
No, fuck that. So what's your purpose, like your people's purpose? To better yourselves or to serve these people? What are you talking about?
Oh, well, we're not. I mean, my job is I work in the palace. I help plan parties and feasts. It's amazing.
What do they feed you, man?
Oh my goodness, the most scrumptious cakes. We have fresh anything we want.
So is the person in charge really fat? I'm just checking.
No, I don't think so. I mean, there's some of us who work in the kitchens who tend to imbibe of their own creations, get a little round. Even myself in my older age I'm not quite as svelte as I was as a young halfling.
So, Matt, I want to do an insight check into the way he's talking, because it doesn't make... Is it like he's been like part of a cult or something? I mean, I don't know. Hilgrim doesn't know. Nah, 10, so it's even. I don't... Yeah.
Hilgrim is suspicious. This kind of happiness, just there's something wrong.
So your people came up here and they just were happy. So everybody in your tribe is happy. Everybody. There's not one discontented soul.
Oh, no. I mean, there's, not everybody can live a gooder life. There's always temptations.
Well, who gets tempted? Tell me. I would like to talk to one of these people.
People who have weak will. Well, they're in the prisons.
Wow, where's the prison? I like prisons. I like doing, so I don't want to get in trouble. I want to know, where not to go. So where are the prisons?
Oh, they have the prisons in the high towers and the low towers and the workhouses.
So I could run into one of these people by chance. I want to avoid them, so...
Oh, no. We don't let them on the street. No.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's interesting. So how many of your people are in these workhouses? So everybody ends up there who's not good.
When I say prison, only the most terrible people go to the prisons.
So they get put in work camps, you're saying? The people
and there's people who do have to do work and community service. And some people just have to go for classes. Sometimes it's just an attitude adjustment.
Okay. That's me. That's Sean. You're going, okay. Oh, classes? Kugram's confused by this completely because he's never heard of anything like this. So classes.
But just like when we teach about, yes, it's like a school where you learn how to be gooder. What it means to be gooder.
So what happens if the king dies?
Oh, well, I would assume his daughter will ascend the throne, and one of the regents will rule sort of in her stead until she comes of full age.
So how many people are in this line of succession? I'm just curious.
Well, unfortunately, our king, sadly, it's only his daughter.
So if they happen to go, who takes in charge? I'm just saying.
I don't know.
I'm just noticing that. I'm very concerned.
A gathering of nobles?
So I'm just curious because
Judas would lead us through the process.
Judas? Oh, okay, cool. Judas is like the head muckety muck or something.
Judas is the high priest of the gooder faith.
Oh, he's the one that's been rolling around running this this fine thing we've been doing.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
It is quite the festival.
Well, I don't want to cause any confusion. I mean, you've been gracious enough to host us, and I thank you for that. And I just want to steer them. Some of my friends are a little bit rusty, and
you are quite colorful in the South, aren't you?
Yes, we are. Well, our band manager, he's a little rough around the edges. He thinks all halflings are dwarves. He's not very cultural, and I'm trying to educate him. But he's a fuck. What can I say?
Orin seems quite pleasant. I'm afraid of those two. The two half-orcs are quite scary. The one is always talking about eating things.
No. He has an obesity problem.
I meant the tall woman. She's always talking about eating things.
Her clothes are like screaming on her because they're so tight. She works out a lot. I mean, it's not fat shaming. She works out a lot, so she needs to eat a lot. They're good people.
And the other one, I feel terrible for saying this, good sir, but was he kicked in the head?
Which, you're talking about Echoes, are you?
No, Gromarsh. He's talking about Gromarsh.
No, Gromarsh is going through a spiritual awakening, for lack of better words. I don't mean... Echoes but the saint of our group is the small fae that flies around us, this the most holy of individuals. His true form's this immaculate cherub. He can't even show it because people immediately want to cuddle him. He's a little bit of a germaphobe, so you can't do that. But it's
Oh my, a sweet cherub. Oh, I love those little cherubs. It just once you want to hold them and grab them and tickle their little sweet cheeks.
Yes. But my group we're a very, very spiritual group, and but thank you. Let's take the wine back. I appreciate your time, but my group is very committed to a good life, and Colgrim's trying as much as he can to make it sound like, because now he's disturbed like classes and work camps, and he's like, fuck, we're doomed. That's what in the back of his mind. We're all going to end up wearing like striped suits, fucking breaking rocks. That's all he's thinking about. So he's going, okay, thanks. Let's take the wine back.
All right, so you guys will eventually come out with the wine and some bread and stuff like that. Holgrim leaves with Puffless, and the rest of you are still outside of the tent. They're going to be in there for a few minutes.
All right. Yeah, I'm just watching Gromarsh to see like when the shrooms are going to kick in.
There's an odd look of clarity upon his face.
On that note, I'll move away and move around the crowd. Yeah, I'll move around the crowd to see if I can try and figure out which of the Keebler elves was partially eaten by acid.
Well, I'll let you know in a second. So go ahead, Anthony. We wanted to.
I believe that's Sively on top of that cart. Bring me closer to. There's a golden statue on the cart. That's Sively, the singer. Sively, I gotta see. Bring me closer.
Sively's been dead for years.
And what cart are you talking about?
He died in a privy.
Does it matter?
Yeah, sorry. I mean, it did. He did. He was eating like a whole entire mutton sandwich or something and died in a privy. That's all I heard.
After having a golden sandwich, I believe when we came in, there was a cart with a golden civvy on top. Is that correct?
Symbol.
Yes, it's a symbol of civvy. I want to see it.
Okay, so that's over. You can see it. It's parked between the other two camps. So you have to kind of go around where the feebler elves and to go through the crowd over there.
Once I see it, I'd like to do a perception check.
Okay.
Yeah, it's kicked. All right. Gromarsh is back.
So you look across the crowd, and the people, like, they're walking next and across, and they're looking, and they start bumping into each other and sort of melting into each other. Like one kind of person eating a big thing, a stick of bread, kind of walks into this woman, and they sort of like meld together, and you see the two of them kind of wobbling and jiggling their two heads sort of back and forth, and then they kind of pop apart like two sort of like soft balls of mud and keep going. And you see the whole thing. There's sort of like you remember the grass, but it's kind of like a blue and yellow now, and it's kind of winding around people's feet, and there's little faces on the tops of the grass sort of singing, ha, 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 welcome back home.
I start singing, I'll stop the world and met with you. I like this place. I start immediately taking off all my clothes.
Start singing Wonderwall.
He's back.
Yeah.
Right, things are back to normal.
I start taking off my clothes too.
Gromarsh starts going up to random people, grabbing whatever they're drinking, no matter what, just downing it. The party that never ends.
And they're all shocked, but they're sort of like, they're like too polite to say no to the giant naked orc, and so they're just.
Rain is sitting on Zulda's shoulder. I feel oddly comfortable now.
Me as well. Do you have any more of the mushrooms?
Oh yeah, I got a whole bag.
Oh, brilliant. Let's go.
Jesus Christ.
I run up to Zulda, shake her, and like, why are you still dressed? I run off and I start stealing drinks too.
All right, so now two of them are naked, running through the crowd, taking drinks and pretzels from round happy people.
I start stacking pretzels.
Why am I still dressed? It's a very good question.
Right, do we have this competition today, or is that tomorrow?
Okay, that's the band I ended up losing.
So Orin, you're standing there. The two of them are sitting on the cart. You think eating mushrooms. Two of them have completely undressed and running through the crowd stealing drinks. And you're sort of listening in. You kind of see through the crowd a little bit. There you see the elf with the wheelchair, and he seems to be, sort of gesticating, wildly, and you see one of the other ones kind of like they're arguing, and a third one is over there, and you can see he's waving like a stump at him and sort of like pointing, and there's like a teeny little hand growing out of the stump of his elbow.
Okay.
But beyond that, you can definitely see what appeared to be sort of people in white robes with golden sort of things moving about the Hex Pistols camp.
Right. Rainwall is not. Well, no one's looking. He's going to go and scatter out that camp.
You come flying over there, and you see sort of a couple, about a half a dozen of these sort of priests' robes, and they're kind of milling around. There's people taking stuff out of like the tent. They sort of got like some sort of kind of roped off people are there, and sitting there on a sort of a bench is Effie. She's got like her hands sort of between her face. She's clearly crying, and Trixie is kind of stomping around a few feet away from her, kind of looking really mad. You can kind of see small flashes of arcane sort of energy crossing her fingers back and forth as she paces back and forth. And as you get a little closer, you can kind of hear Trixie turns towards Effie, and she's like, "Hey, you fucking bitch." She's like, "Yeah, did you think you could just Eldritch Blast your way out of everything? Eldritch Blast doesn't work on everything. You have to use other spells, you goddamn cunt." And like Effie's like crying, whatever. She's like, "Do you hear me?" And she like pokes her. She's like, "You can't use Eldritch Blast to fix everything." And like Effie looks up and her eyes are sort of glowing, and all you see is her go, "Eldritch Blast!" as she zaps Trixie, who like keels over with a look of shock on her face. And like some of the white robe priests run over there, and they're like grab her and they throw her on a like kind of like a stretcher, and they're like,
Well, apparently you can use Eldritch Blast to end a conversation.
and Eldritch Blast is good for everything. And they kind of like wheels her off, and it just Effie's just sitting there sort of like sobbing into her hands, sort of like as they take her friend away, who she just blasted.
Right. So Rain will fly next on the little bench next to her as she's crying her head. Right, Effie. Right, down here.
She kind of looks at you, like her makeup's all like running. It's like her whole face is like this purple and sort of black mess. She's like, "What? Oh, it's you. What do you want? You got more drugs?"
Well, look, we always have more drugs. You're asking the wrong questions here. My question was, he says that he's like putting a whole mushroom in a bag.
Nice.
He's like, right, are you all right, lass? All right.
"Oh, I'm not all right. I watched one of my friends she fell into this pit, and there was this cube in there, and we couldn't get her out. And I kept Eldritch Blasting, but it just wasn't enough. The damn thing dissolved her. And now look what I've done. My other friend, I've Eldritch Blasted her. Oh, Eldritch Blast, why have you done this to me?"
Right.
She's very upset.
We all occasionally Eldritch blast each other. It happens. It's a thing, People get over it.
Love, you gotta get over it. I've been Eldritch blasting all night, and I'm ready to do it again.
I'm very sorry.
So is it Eldritch Blast where you use like 3 fingers?
That's the Eldritch
And the
Shocker.
thumb. Yeah.
I don't know.
God. We call that the Fury Punch in the halfling world.
Look, listen. You're all alone here at the camp. You can come back to our camp and hang out until you calm down. You're more than welcome. P.S. There will be a lot of drugs there, so just warning you. If you don't want to get fucked up, don't eat or drink anything. That's coming from a fairy.
She turns, her eyes are kind of, she like grabs you, not really hard. She like grabs you. She goes, "Give me the shroom, motherfucker." She's like,
Damn.
I've never heard it called that before, but if that's what you want.
It is now the motherfucking shroom, apparently.
I'm not from Havana.
She totally became Samuel L. Jackson on you.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
So Rain disappears inside the Hex Pistols tent.
Fade to black.
Just left off the tent part, really.
Holgrim, you come out of the tent with Puffalus, and
my God,
you
no.
see there's Orin Killroy, or actually Zulja. So did you join the rest of your band in the naked running around the crowd?
I'm just topless. I'm a lady.
Oh, so you come out, and Orin is standing there in the grass, kind of looking at the crowd, and you don't see any of the rest of the bandmates. There's clothes all over the ground in front of you.
What the fuck? Oh no, I'm too late. They got him.
Oh, Puffalus starts shaking.
Actually,
He's like, "Did the black pudding escape?"
No, they're probably searching their feelings for inspiration right now. I'll take the wine. Thank you. So Hulgrim will go over to Orin. Orin, I got to talk to you. It's important.
Is it like personal, like feely stuff that you're feeling bad about your life?
Don't do that shit, man.
Okay.
I don't do that shit. I'm a wall. I'm a brick wall. No emotions. Nothing.
Good. That's
All right.
extra. Okay.
So we
No emotions, but
we're
fury.
like in this place is really fucked up, and this whole gooder thing's like some sort of weird religious thing.
I'm
almost.
so glad you're making friends with halflings.
Yeah.
Oh, go on.
You know what? Don't even worry about it. When you're in that re-education camp and you didn't want to listen to the halfling,
Wait.
just remember, motherfucker. No, fuck you, and just eat some ass, okay? I'm just done. I'm done with your fucking. You keep calling me a fucking dwarf. I am a halfling. This is personal now. I am not a dwarf. I don't have a fucking beard.
Fine.
And now, but you know what?
Fine.
So this is the thing, though. This is the thing. They have like education camps here, and if you don't toe the line, I told him everybody here was like, I told him fucking Rain was like a little angel of cherub and shit. Because I told because they re-educate people.
That little
here, man.
flittering perv. Oh,
Listen. This isn't good, man. You're not listening to me. They'll put us in jail and re-educate us. It'll make us gooder. I don't want to be gooder. This is fucked up. There's something going on here, and they indoctrinate these people. Halflings don't act like this.
Well,
just as you say that, Gromarsh walks by and goes, "They said I'm gooder now."
It's too late for him. We have to kill him.
He's got like 3 pretzels, a beer, naked.
it can't.
So Matt,
in
I
the
look at
food?
Gromarsh and I look at Holgrim looks at Gromarsh and looks at him and goes, "Are you high?"
No, yes, I am.
Okay, well, at least we're safe on that front now. So
Yeah, we're back.
thank the gods. But yeah, really, man, we got to keep our eyes open and because they could just haul us away.
So how are they making everybody so
I don't know.
with this idea?
He was very. Listen,
He's
you know,
definitely
I'm
not
not
the drugs.
I am not the sharpest goddamn tool in the shed here. I did the best I could with my questioning.
Don't disparage yourself. You're kind of like a little mallet or something.
I'm a blunt instrument. Okay, I'm great at breaking things and playing a lute. All right.
But it still has a place in the shed.
Basically, they basically re-educate you, or if you're real bad, they put you in a prisons, and they have some sort of workhouse. If I could I could probably find my way into one, but I just wouldn't be able to get out. But the thing is
Maybe
there's
try
something
getting in
going
without
on
being
here, man.
arrested.
I don't want to get arrested. If I could just, I don't know.
Yeah, don't
man.
do that.
Yeah, I mean, I just go into a rage and start killing people. But this is a cool thing. It's the king and his daughter, and if we kill them, not that I'm saying, but if they're evil, if they're evil and they're manipulating people, we can kill them, right?
What if they're the puppets?
You're fucking naked, or you're here. Oh, hey, you're topless. Great. At least you're wearing pants.
You have to understand that manipulation and evil are not exactly the same thing.
What?
No, they're not. They're not. I mean,
what? Oh,
no,
this is deep.
No, they're not. I know that because as a manager, I have known that manipulation is not evil.
Oh, yeah,
It's
like you manipulate
different.
the fucking other band members into doing things. Yeah, I seen that.
I have not done that.
Yes, you have.
Yes, I have so much control. Half of them, no, they're all naked, running around stealing beers from everyone. The only one isn't is the mysteriously flittering little. Yeah, I have no
You know
control
what?
over
We're
these
fucked.
people.
I told them all we were like spiritual journey of awareness and to be good or we're screwed. We're all going to jail. We're going to jail.
Somebody had a light beer.
Yeah. I'm just going to go turn myself in.
It always is amazing how his talent is so sensitive to pick up that.
How's he alive? I don't understand how he's alive. Look at him. I don't understand. I mean, Echoes does something to get killed. This guy just, I don't know. I don't understand.
Well,
Who am I?
Well, I understand.
Oh, you're Rain, right?
I understand Echoes. I mean, Echoes is literally his gods or whoever is protecting his soul or whatever brings forth every echo of him back to life again. That's his thing.
They're all on tripping on shrooms, so I'm not going to bring this up to them because I don't know.
Oh no,
where
I think
it'll
they're all
take 'em.
quite sober.
Oh, you're sober at.
Me? Yes, of course I'm sober.
Partying.
I don't.
Yeah,
I
you guys
don't
are
do
fucking
that.
stoned. If I start telling you about conspiracies, you're going to think it's real and just I don't know.
Wait, is it real or is it not real? Because if they believe it's real and they're paranoid, then they won't. I don't see your logic here, Halfling. Good Lord. I must
God,
be
you
drinking
called me
too
a
much.
halfling. Win.
So I run back over to you guys and say, hey, guys, I just got this great idea.
You're naked again. Yes.
Does it involve murder? Does it involve sleeping with animals? Does it happen in a cloud?
It could happen. He's done all three of those.
Now, wouldn't it be like awesome for our next album for inspiration if we went to the Shadowfell to catch a spirit of that chick that died?
What? You could do that?
How close were we to her? I mean,
it would be.
Just do it with the songs, man. Do it with metal.
What do we? Well, that is metal. Yeah, that's pretty metal.
I'm sympathetic to the loss. I feel terrible. After I was really hoping they would stick around as a strong band so the elves would not bother us. But
yeah, it's metal. It's very metal. He's right. It is very metal.
Don't you want to go on a highway to Shadowfell?
I'm going to kill you. I'm going to kill you right now. I hate you so much.
I
there
got
is
some lyrics.
fire.
We're on a
up.
highway. I start go grab. I got a song. I need somebody to write. I'm going to write a song. This is great.
Wait, I thought the other.
So meanwhile, from the febrile elf camp, you hear Zulja shout, "Oi, elf! Looks like you'll be going on a date with your offhand tonight, eh?"
Oh wow, that's fucked up.
It's
That's
the
brilliant.
tiniest little middle finger comes up.
Brilliant.
I hate to interrupt the show, but occasionally we like to promote some other shows that we like that we think you should try out and listen to. Tale of the Manticore is a friend of the show, and they gave us a little promo. I hope you listen to it. I hope you enjoy it, and I hope you check them out. Thanks.
Are you looking for a D&D podcast with a dark side? Something more like Game of Thrones and less like Monty Python? Tale of the Manticore is part dark fantasy audio drama, part solo D&D RPG. There's no plot armor here. The dice make all the important decisions. Join me as I resurrect the excitement, wonder, and emotion of old school D&D. Made for a mature audience, Tale of the Manticore is both a fiction and a game. It's the story where chaos rolls.
And now back to the show.
So you guys are all talking, and all of a sudden you hear like the trumpets blare again, and sort of the wizards that are floating around sort of above those two camps kind of disperse and go back into their regular positions, and the crowds are sort of beginning to turn kind of out of their shock and back towards the stage, and you guys kind of are wandering sort of naked, drunk back into the clearing of your camp, and you hear over the sort of the large booming voice, you hear Judas over the crowd. He's like,
"Fans, crowds, gooder citizens, today we have had a tragedy. We have had the loss of one of our players, one of the Hex Pistols. She will be mourned. but we all know that there are risks in this game. We shall pray that she goes to a gooder beyond, where even gooder than we have here. But now we must return back to the day's festivities. Unfortunately, or fortunately, depending on who you are, it appears that only one team truly succeeded this adventure. And it may come as a surprise that it is our guests from down south.
And there's kind of a ooh from the crowd, and he goes,
The thunder from down under!
The Mithril Maidens have succeeded where others have failed.
And everyone turns around, and like for the first time, they're like sort of recognizing that you're naked. They're kind of like,
I'm not naked.
You're in a loincloth.
Like
You're basically
trying to clap.
That's
you know,
true,
but
I
they're
am.
covering children's eyes, and it's like sort of a real life. They've all kind of woken up. They're like, "What the?"
Matt, I'm gonna go look at everybody. And go, okay, everybody, just fuck it, lean into it, and I just walk out there, drop my drawers.
What the fuck does he think we were doing?
So Gromarsh immediately finds another halfling and picks it up, thinking that that's an award. and starts crying immediately. I do it. I always do it happen.
What are you doing with the halfling?
Put him
That's a person.
Yeah, Gromarsh can't hear you at all. Oh, it's totally just and he starts shaking it violently, and
the little bells on its feet just jingle.
I always do if I practice hard enough. I love playing the guitar, and everybody mentions him. He doesn't play any. He doesn't do anything.
Wait a minute, he's a singer, right?
He doesn't know.
Did we change the
Nothing wrong with
rules?
it. He's having a blast.
All those years of practicing the drums.
Orin, what the fuck's going on? Are we changing roles in the band? What the fuck?
No, I think he's just.
And then, of course, ends up by licking the halfling as much as he can.
And we're back.
You know, if he eats him, we're all going into the fucking camps. I'm just saying.
Eventually, the little halfling squirms and like runs off into the crowd.
Naked.
There goes my biggest fan.
Oh, that's beautiful. That's beautiful.
So D. Snyder kind of comes over. He's like, the jars.
Do you want the jars? Oh, okay. Give him the jars.
He takes the jars and he walks the long way, and he goes up and you see the hands and puts them on the pedestal kind of in front of Judas, and he's like,
And now, for our second act of this game, the just desserts. We are a gooder people. We bask in the glow of the goodness that we live in our lives, but sometimes those amongst us turn against it. They cannot be happy with the sort of life that our path has given us. They choose to murder, to do other unspeakable things. These are the worst of our worst.
Gromarsh interjects and says, yeah, downright hypocrites they are.
You shut the... Oh, God, we're all going to die.
and he hands them over the jars.
Wait a minute. So I'm just doing an aside to the band here. So are they saying that they throw the bad people into this jam?
I think
they
they
eat them?
do. I think they do.
I don't know if they eat them, but I
just get a big grin on my face, put 2 fingers in the jar, and just take a nice little dollop and...
Wait,
Fuck. You can't
really
eat
are
black.
cannibal.
Well, you can't eat black pudding. Oh, you mean later? after they've been stewed down. All right, they take the jars and they hoist them up on this sort of the scaffolding, and they march these 3 sort of bedraggled people out into the sort of the underneath of these things. They sit them down, sort of tie them, shackle them, and he says,
Amongst us, the only way to keep us gooder is to purge ourselves. These are the unredeemable, the unsavable. Those who cannot rejoin our society must be removed.
and everyone's like, hey, and they like hit this thing and it snaps the lids off, and the black puddings fall down on top of these
run up
guys.
there. I start going. I go running up there. I will not...
D.
I will
Snyder
not
will
be-
grab you and say,
Oh, he'll try to fucking grab me.
you will, all right, sure. Let me try. Yeah, he's going to try to stop you.
He might probably.
He does not. He tries to grab you.
I will not be a part of
slip
this.
between his fingers, and you come bursting out from the crowd just as this stuff hits these guys, and they're starting like,
Oh my god!
oh my gosh, another nat 20. All right, so there's 3 guys. They've literally just been hit with this black ooze.
Game Master, can you extrapolate what? Well, I don't know what this black ooze is.
Where we are, where they are.
So you guys are quite a few ways back. I'd say maybe about 80 feet away.
Okay.
And they've kind of cleared out for the big stage, and they've hooked up these sort of glass jars to this sort of like scaffolding, and they've put them down in sort of like lid down, and they brought these 3 people out that are clearly there's some sort of prisoners that they look bedraggled, like they've been locked away for who knows how long. They're dirty, their clothing's filthy, their hair's all ratty, and they chains them down underneath of the jars, and then he's like they have a device that goes and cuts it, and they're dropping the black pudding, which is like acid, basically on top of these guys. So the guy starts screaming, and so Holgram had burst forth. D. Snyder tried to grab him, and he breaks through the crowd, and you got a 20. So what are you gonna do? These guys are starting to scream.
So, fuck. So, a couple questions, Matt.
Is that the band Midnight Oil?
Yeah, I'd let them die.
Midnight Oil.
No. So I don't know what to fucking do, really, because it's just his instinct reaction to stop it, because he didn't want to be so his character feels now he's a party to murder, because this is not a humane way to kill anybody. First of all, so it's realistically speaking, can I do anything? Would the character be able to do anything?
With a natural 20, do you want to save one of them?
Yes, I'm going to try and save at least one.
All right. So you come rolling out of the crowd, jump.
I'll use my
jump across,
cloak and wipe it off him or something. Yeah.
If the guy starts screaming, you grab him by the bottom of his like long, like sort of like dingy tunic, and you pull it up over his head, and it's kind of the pudding is like latched onto, and it kind of like pulls it off, and you yank the pudding off, and you throw it to the side, and it's sort of wiggling a little bit because it's not a whole pudding; it's not very big. So it's like wiggling and kind of jiggling inside of his filthy robes, and he's kind of laying there in the ground, shivering. His face is kind of burned, sort of his hair is missing, but he is alive. And the crowd goes quiet.
I go, what sort of justice is this?
It is their laws. We don't know yet.
This is not a humane way to treat people.
Hey, boss, I think we're going to go to war.
Yeah.
You look up. You see that Judas's face has turned a particular shade of red, and his hand is sort of grabbing the sort of pedestal, the podium. You can see his knuckles white, and he looks like he's getting ready to speak. And the princess stands up and sort of walks forward and says,
I grant this man leniency. The fates have shown that today he is to be spared.
And Judas sort of whips around and looks at her really quickly, and then looks back at the king. And the king is sort of looking at his daughter and back at Judas, but he's not budging. He's sort of just staring right back at him. And
Gromarsh is looking at the priest whipping around with his red hand. Just he can't comprehend. Like
it's all moving really slow for Gromarsh. That and the other 2 guys are still sort of slow motion screaming.
So if they're screaming, I'm gonna grab my bow and end their suffering from a distance.
And I'm gonna sacred flame the pudding on the ground so it doesn't go anywhere.
All right. Yeah.
And Gromarsh is gonna watch.
So I got to ask, when the crowd went quiet, did anybody hear what Rain was doing?
Rain's been like in the tent.
Yeah, Rain is not with you guys.
Okay, right.
I know he's in the tent.
So you guys, there's deathly silence. There's deathly silence. You can kind of hear these 2 guys, and then all you hear is, yes.
It's the middle of an execution.
Take me to your face circle. Take me to your ring.
What? What the?
It's coming from the Hex Pistols.
When his wings flutter like that, it's fucking amazing.
Yoga will respond like. So apparently that lady was granted clemency of some sort. So
Feywild.
But Echo does shoot the other two. They drop over, and you could Sacred Flame, and Judas sort of like, you could see his knuckles are still white. He turns back to the crowd. It's still, the crowd's like freaking out. Like no one's eating. It's like the first time you haven't seen a vast majority of them munching on a piece of bread. And
contaminated bread.
He just looks and he says,
The lady has spoken, and sometimes we must defer to our gooder nature in these camps. So for this wretch, he shall return to the camps, where he will have another chance to amend his ways. That is the gooder way.
And everyone starts, hey! People kind of come up and start patting you guys like on your shoulder.
I'm still naked.
They pat you on your head, sort of like at a distance.
I just want to make sure that.
And Judas sort of like turns, and you see him storm off the stage, and the princess is looking down at you, Hulgrim. She her eyes linger on you as she turns back to her father, who then leads her away, and very quickly her visage is replaced by D. Snyder, who like walks in front and is like, He just kind of looks at you like,
Dude, it
is time to go back to the camp.
All right.
You skexy.
That's fucking hilarious.
Skexy.
Yes. do you want to fuck me, D? What the fuck? What the hell was that? I go over to the guy real quick who I saved, and then Holgram goes, "Keep your chin up. What's going on? What is going on?"
He grabs you. He's like, "Oh, thank you, kind halfling. Oh, the Puffalos. Your clan is amazing. Thank you. I will never. I will stay. I promise you. You've changed my ways. I will stay away from the schools. I will stay away from the children.
School?
I swear. I will stay away from the children."
Whoa.
And they like drag him and like pull him away.
Dude, what did you say?
What the fuck? Apparently, guys, we're gonna write this off as okay.
Dungeon Master, that was awesome. Oh my god.
So Rain flies up, he's buttoning his pants, he's like, "Hey, did I miss the execution of those child molesters?"
You didn't know they were child molesters, Jack. I go,
it's on the program right here. It says right here.
What?
Suddenly, Holgram looks around. They're everywhere.
I can't read. Holgram can't read. He's like, what the fuck just happened? All the good I felt like I just did is a failure. I go quietly, put my loincloth back on, and I just walk quietly back into our tent. Just like, yeah, I did a good thing. Fuck. Everything I touch turns to shit. Oh, God. I'm cursed by these fucking guys.
Oh, that's awesome.
That's fucking awesome. His shining moment, chasing a child molester. What the fuck?
Gromarsh is like, Holgram, you're hardcore.
Yeah, thanks. Thank you.
He's a fucking monster.
I feel real hardcore right now. Yeah. I think I'm gonna go and just drink this gallon of wine.
You probably should.
I didn't know.
Because
I mean,
and because this is such a good town, we can't just hire someone to shank him later.
yeah.
I don't really know how to follow that up right now.
Nice move. Holgram, I know you were just saving him so you could take care of him yourself, right?
Yeah, that's absolutely true. Yes, I'm going to get myself arrested and choke him out.
No, I'm just kidding. You fucked up. I'll take care of him for you.
I hope you die.
We're all playing rock, paper, scissors to see who kills the guy now.
Ray,
I hate
why
everybody
don't you
in this band
dress
right
up
now.
Pilgrim as a child and have him like walk back in front of the guy's hut sometime.
Sorry. Is there something
Tony's fucking
underneath
office
your
falls
desk?
It's whole office is falling apart.
All right. So evening draws down. The day comes to a close, and the sun begins to go down. The people begin to leave. Puffalus returns briefly to tell you that tomorrow will begin the third and final competition, which will be announced tomorrow. He says that he's very excited.
Saving Hitler. Saving Hitler is the third competition.
Oh my God.
Even Hitler had a dog, guys. Come on.
Saving Hitler's dog is the third competition.
Guys, I got that quote from James Woods, by the way.
My head hurts.
So wait, does this mean we won today?
Yes.
Yeah, we won.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't know how to interpret this.
Matt, you really you benchmarked. That was
so
great.
many more mushrooms.
Oh my God.
Okay. All right. Evening does draw down. Puffalus leaves you guys to sort of your own devices. Effie does not leave her tent. You neither do the elves, although you do hear them. They are doing some sort of magic or something inside of their tree. It's like foul gases coming out and everything like that.
Right. It's a tent of old dudes. There's foul gases coming out of it anyway.
So, what happens if we light it on fire?
Right. Haven't you done enough gooder for today?
the smell, mate. The smell.
But so at one point, Holgrim, you're kind of out walking around, just sulking, trying to come to grips with what happened, and you are suddenly, your senses sort of, you see a large shape kind of in the corner of your peripheral vision. You turn, and it's D. Snyder, kind of just standing there in the dark, and he steps to the side, and you see a smaller figure kind of cloaked move forward and pulls the cloak back, and in the moonlight you see the princess Lita Fjord, and she comes and sort of kneels in front of you,
all right.
and she says, brave halfling of the Puffaluses, or from the south. She says, your display of bravery today was something of legends and truly something to be cherished. She says, you must help me. It is clear that you will win this competition, and soon you will join me on the boat of pre-law. And when we do, I must ask a favor of you. You must help me. Yeah. And if you do, I will give you something that no man has ever had before.
If Pilgrim goes on the boat, it'll be called the pre-cum.
Let me just. You said a lot of very, very important things that are a little confusing. But so you need help. Oh, thank you. I should bow to you. First, Holgrim bows to her and says, "Thank you for your kind words. I meant well. I didn't know. I can't read, so I didn't know they were child molesters. So I'm very sorry about that. I'm very self-conscious about these things.
All people deserve a chance to redeem themselves. Is that not what good strives for?"
Yeah. I don't understand you guys, honestly, this gooder thing. It's a little weird to me. It doesn't seem that good. But I will help. What do you need aid with? Of course, I would love. What is this boat thing? What are you talking about? And what are you going to give me?
Just miss our meeting?
She's like, the boat. Yes, if the winner goes with me and the others of the royals to the pre-law cruise. That is part of your reward.
That's right. Now I remember. Yes.
And when I'm on board, I'm going to need some help. I must tell you in the strictest of confidences that I may need your help taking something, stealing something. Something from a very bad person.
Oh, I'm in.
She says, then
Can I kill
here.
him?
Well, I mean, I hadn't really thought of that. I just want him to stop what he's doing, and I think that you can help.
Well, all right. I mean, you're asking nice enough, and you seem like a generally decent person. You did, and you're not like all like what? I don't know what's going on in this fucking place, but sure, you know what the hell? I'll help you. I can't say what my bandmates will do, but I will help you.
They're an odd and strange people, but I understand the South is very different than our land. But you showed heart, and even your one friend, the naked elf, by killing those men, even in a brutal way, it was an act of kindness. And she goes, "Here, take this," and she takes a small little silver necklace and drapes it around your neck, and she says,
"Oh, cool.
I will see you on the boat. But be very careful. I must warn you, sleep well tonight and prepare your steel for tomorrow. Tomorrow is the most dire of our challenges, and I fear that today you have made an enemy." And she pulls her cloak on and she goes, and Dee Snyder walks back toward the castle with her.
Shit. I was going to ask you what the challenge was.
What exactly were we supposed to bake today? I'm so confused.
So I got this cool necklace, huh?
It was pedophiles, apparently.
All right, I'm going to head back to
Lava
camp
cake.
But we didn't get to eat them.
And I made my intelligence roll, so I'm not going to tell my bandmates.
Some of us did.
I'm not going to tell them because they're terrible at keeping secrets, and I'll just go back. And I'm just sort of like, well, I feel a little better now.
That's great.
Right.
Now Nambla's going to start sending us mail.
What did you kill?
You mean the North American Marlon Brando lookalikes? Yeah, man.
Yes.
Thank you, Trey Parker.
You feel better?
It's been a rough day. As he says, climbing into his bong, his little bed inside the bong is like, right.
Dude, that was pretty well timed. I have to give you that.
Oh, what?
You didn't even know, do you? You don't even know what happened, do you?
No, I was getting laid, man.
Talk to the band manager, man. I'm tired. I'm going to hit the rack, but nice job.
Why are you... Wait.
Go lay down.
What?
All right. Does anybody want to do anything else tonight, or not tonight, like at night, or is everyone just sort of ready to go to bed?
I want to use my special skill.
Okay.
And Matt, I will say this. Hilgrim will look at it. So as we're getting closer to the end, we probably should put a watch up because nefarious things are starting to happen, right? And so we should be more on our guard. I'm just suggesting it.
He seems a little edgy.
He says right before going to bed.
Well, I just thought about. I figured I'll take the last watch.
That sounds like someone who doesn't want to take watch.
Fine. I'll take the first watch. You fucking prima donna. I'll take the first watch, man.
Right, Zulja. Could you turn the nightlight on in my bed there?
So that's me doing a hit off his bed bong.
God, that's hilarious.
Rain passes out in a warm blanket of smoke.
That's awesome.
Hold on, here we go.
You're like the fucking Hugh Hefner of this group, man. You just go around getting laid and getting high. I swear to God.
That's some great Foley, Chris. Why is your Lego all smoky all of a sudden?
Hey, man.
I can see for miles and miles right now.
I'm in space.
Oh, man.
All right, let's see. Kupo, is Gromarsh got anything planned? Are you just going to pass out? Or
Gromarsh tracks down the halfling that he thought was an
award,
an award, and sleeps with it for the night.
Jesus Christ.
I can imagine it's like she's too scared to move.
And I'm not sure, but it was good for him.
Holgrim comes in off guard duty, and he just sees him. He's got his arm. Gromarsh is spooning him, and like
Halfling's eyes just wide fucking open.
Right, just wide open, like.
Just don't move. It's like a snake. If you don't move, it won't bite you. I just don't know what else to tell you.
Rest over Gromarsh's face. And with that, could we all take a long rest, Game Master?
Yeah, it's a long rest, so you're going to recover hit points and abilities and stuff like that.
I'll do second watch and do my my monk Pilates. While I'm on watch.
I imagine somebody can wake Rain up for last watch.
I'm gonna just keep moving. I'm still gonna go out and move around.
But you're so comfy in your warm, smoky blanket.
There's gotta, I want to use my urban bounty hunter feature, ear to the ground, to get a idea of more of this whole entire thing about him talking about. He was talking about people being mind controlled or being put in camps or hearing some sort of strange stories. I want to see I sort of want to get a clearer picture of what he was trying to say to me.
Okay.
But from people who may actually they may say something, I want to hear what they're saying or what they feel or whatever. It may not be, the whole entire turning over the leaf as far as the nature of this conspiracy, but at least getting some details.
Sure.
More important to keep me out of this problem and how to keep.
Go ahead and make a roll.
All right. Oh dear, what kind of roll is that? Insight or what?
Yeah, insight.
Okay.
For listeners at home, he got a 23.
So, how do they feel about about Judas Priest as far as his sort of unofficial rulership over the city compared to that of the monarchy? Or if it is official, how do they feel about the monarchy? Is there a division as far as how they feel about each? Do they have loyalty to one or really look forward to another? Or they simply just, the king is obviously, well, to me, the king's a weak king, but that works best for Judas, but doesn't work best for his daughter.
Hey, the king, he's a good guy. He used to ride around a lot in the city. When he was younger, you'd see him out by the farms. He'd bring out a huge keg of ale and set it out on the road, and would come and have a drink. We just don't see him as much anymore. He's got all this official business at the castle, and and a lot of the times it's just a lot of work and stuff to do, but that's the way we get these good things, right? We can't have a gooder life if we're not sort of productive, right? So a happy person's a working person. Idle hands,
I'm sorry. I do not dream of labor, so it's very foreign what you're saying. But anyway, I'm sure it's I love that quest for you, but I don't. So the king used to travel around, but now he doesn't.
Yeah, he spends most of his time. He's, the priest, Judas is always Judas, and bless his gooder heart. The key says the king is busy, and so it's too bad, At least his daughter says she's quite a looker. She'll be queen one day.
But does she do goodwill tours with kegs of beer in the countryside?
I've heard stories that she's quite the nice lady, and that she'll host some of the children and the orphans up at the castles during the holidays.
How do you have orphans? Aren't you so good? Aren't you so good? Or you all adopt every child out there?
Not all the children. There's some that just don't get adopted.
That seems kind of not so good.
Well, we've got wonderful houses for them. They get the greatest of care, and all of them eventually, they get right into the trades.
I'm sure Lady Catherine is so... Oh, wait, sorry, yes. Great.
Yes. There's lots of work for them. None of them go without a job when they get old enough. 10 years old, into the fields.
Well, that sounds good for you.
That was quite a stir your band made today. Oh, I tell you, I wouldn't want to be on Judas's bad side. That guy's got quite a temper.
Won't he do the good thing? And when he doesn't, won't he be punished appropriately? Don't the people say that he therefore has fallen from his place and become someone who has backslid into a certain level of evil? Or does he get a pass?
Well, I can tell you this, and he kind of leans in and goes, all I can say, mate, is the man who writes the book leaves the words on the page.
Unless the book's burned.
Oh, I suppose that could happen. But then how would you read it? He goes back to chewing his pretzel.
You come up with a new book.
Yes, well, like I said, that was quite some crazy stuff today. Sure, this is the best games we've had in ages.
Yes,
Awful sad about that girl, though.
It's terrible.
It's really bad that she's going to have to face the competition alone.
What? She still have to compete?
Well, yeah, she's still in.
Wait, you can only get out unless you die?
Well, you don't have to die, but I mean, she's got to compete.
Can she withdraw?
Oh, I guess she could. I mean, it would bring eternal shame and to her family and a loss of status, and I don't know what would happen to them. Maybe out on the street, or who knows? It's a terrible, terrible thing. It's a lot of pressure. I don't know why such highfalutin young ladies would want to go and join such a crazy show, but.
And you wouldn't want to be out in the street because there are no people on the street. They usually are put in places where they can work out of sight. Yes, got the cycle. Fantastic. Yeah, I could see her continuing. It was not to shame her very loving and supporting family.
Yes, but you know what? I think you guys are going to be all right. Most likely, most of you will make it through the third challenges. They're pretty dangerous.
Well, what has been some past third challenges?
Oh, that was the one I remember last fall. That was great. They had him in a big bowl of rocks fighting a bunch of Umbra Hulks.
Son of a... And
that was good.
Oh, what was the dish?
One year, there, Judas himself, he drugged down from the mountain range a storm giant.
Well, that sounds fun.
That was a group one, right? All the teams, right? It was like, who could take the gem from his belt? Oh, you should have seen the lightning bolts.
Great.
But don't worry, mate. You'll be fine. Most likely.
Thank you for your confidence. Right, well, I've got to make certain that they're all not wearing clothes tomorrow, so I'm off.
All right, so you head back home. The night passes uneventful, and you wake up the next morning, and Puffless is there with fresh eggs, and he's got biscuits and sausages and gravy and soft pretzels and beer.
Fantastic.
And the camp starts coming back to life. The people start streaming back in. They're all enjoying large mugs of fresh milk and bread-wrapped sausages dipped in honey and sprinkled with salt. And so you guys come out. It's you've kind of seen this again. The crowds are a little more somber today. They're kind of nervously munching away on their fried bread and sipping quite aggressively from their tall cups of milk.
Right, lads. This isn't the right feel, right? If we play a festival, usually the last day is the best day. What's going on in this kingdom?
Well, I'll let you know. Apparently, the girl's going to have to do the competition on her own.
No, that's
What'd she say?
She can't withdraw.
No, we should join. We just do a cover, like when you join two bands together, like that type of deal. We could totally do that, right?
Oh, right,
collaborate.
Like Gromarsh could sing part of a song, and she could sing part of a song. Yeah. They sing it together.
A duet.
From a distance.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
That sounds
right. I'm down for collaboration. I mean, we collaborated last night.
All right. Well, let's talk to her before the
Thanks for sharing
again.
So you guys all get together, and
we're still doing the wheelchair plan, right?
You're discussing. Yeah, well, that's what I was wondering. So, this is that morning. So, are you going to try to switch out Hulgrim with Nobby?
I don't know if that's a good idea at this point.
Yeah, no, it's absolutely a good idea.
It's a great idea. Yeah,
I think
we got your
things
outfit.
have changed. Things have changed, and
well, you'd think you'd want to be hiding for a bit.
No, I think Hulgrim's does not feel it's wise, because I think we're going to have more attention on us now. The head cheese guy, the religious guy, is going to be watching us, and if it goes south, it's going to really
huge dildo.
Not.
He'll be watching you.
We can use it on the enemy, man. We can just sneak upon whatever we fight and shove it up its ass and see what happens. Well, I mean, I'm willing to do that.
That's a lot of good drugs. That's a lot of good drugs.
Yeah. All right, then. Well, I guess we're not doing it. I don't think it's a good idea. What do you think, Orin?
You've definitely come into someone's eye. And it's the fucking priest. He's going to be looking for you, which means we have to present you, which means someone either has to create an illusion that holds for the entire competition or not. And the thing is, if this is as dangerous as it is, if it's a storm giant or some sort of...
What?
Well, this is what was previous. I'll tell you about the previous ones. We might need the whole entire band to pull it off. And I'd rather not go without my bagpiper. You do play bagpipes. What do you do?
What?
What do you play?
Me. Gee, that's Echo, man.
Sorry, Echo. You're so forgetful.
You really are. No wonder Gromarsh
He is a manager.
he was playing drums. You don't know who. Oh my God! No, I play lead lute, man. What is wrong with you?
Yeah. That's not even going to help us at all. I mean, it helps that you're playing lead lute, but the very fact is, it's a very visible place.
Fuck. Matt, I did remember that the intel. So I did get this ring, guys. Is anybody interested to know what it does? By the way, Matt, did anything happen to me overnight? Did I grow like a fucking penis on my forehead or something?
You were so comfortable and warm all night long. It was like
He
in
seemed calm,
a
his
hug.
usual calm, reserved self.
Yeah, much calmer, actually.
Right,
This could be bad.
Much calmer than somebody
Or
who
it
just
could be
saved a
good.
child
And the
killer.
necklace.
Or
It certainly
gooder.
didn't convince him to not run into a crowd of guards stopping an execution.
Right, Zulja, can you not identify this?
Yeah.
It's a ring of warmth.
Oh, okay, cool. And what about the
So
necklace?
it could basically, while wearing this ring, you can stand on or move across. Oh no, that's water walking. While wearing this ring, I was like, what the hell? While wearing this ring, you have resistant to cold damage. So you take half damage from cold damage.
Okay.
In addition, you and everything you wear and carry is unharmed by temperatures as low as negative 50 degrees Fahrenheit.
Hold on to that. We may just throw you into horrible places.
The last ring of warmth that I had, it was called Dobropichka.
Someone woke up on the high part of the bed.
That's Macedonian for warm oven. Thank you very much.
Nice, thank you. So, do you guys want to do? Are you guys scrapping the switcheroo?
It sounds like we are. It sounds like we're going to try and
fucking shame too.
win
Considering the one
old-fashioned
who
way.
could fit isn't willing to do it.
The thing is, if he hadn't become so visible to Judas Priest, then I go ahead with it. But he's going to be looking for him.
All the more reason to hide him in a wheelchair.
Right, we could just ask the goblin to do it for us.
Yeah, we could just dress up the goblin like Hilgrim.
That
Well,
seems like a
I
better
meant
idea.
just pay the goblin gold to
goblin to
put the
do
big dildo up the guy's ass.
That's exactly. Just pay the goblins to do the do.
All right. Who wants to negotiate with Nabi?
Not me.
To convince him at some specific time or something to jam the drug suppository. Who's making the pitch?
All right. I mean, how do people not have persuasion? You bunch of.
Well, I mean, look, Echoes is his buddy and talked to him last time. And,
Yeah, I could maybe.
If you do this, Echo, I might remember you.
I could go with him as well.
Yeah, just
What are
don't
you
be
playing again?
scary.
Right. While you guys do that, I'm going to go talk to Effie and see if there's something we can do to help her.
And don't sleep with her. We need to actually talk to her.
Right.
Yeah.
He stayed awake
I'm
last
not going to
time.
make. I'm not going to make any promises, but I'm going to try. I'll try.
I appreciate even the minuscule effort you're going to make. Thank
It's
you.
not a lot of effort, mate. I'm probably going to sleep with her.
So Zulcha and I will go over and talk to Nabi.
Okay. All right.
With the suppository.
And I'm going to go find that fucking useless halfling who's always hanging around here, and then I'm going to go over and find out.
Pilgrim?
Now the other one.
Oh, okay.
I was like, he's like right there.
All right, so Zulja and Echo. Okay, so you wait. It's morning. You guys are kind of up. You see Nabi come out and walk around the back of the tent. He's pouring out a chamber pot. He sees you. He kind of comes over.
I'll drop you, little friend.
Oh yes. Is this? Am I going to be switching out with the nice little boy? The halfling?
Minor change of plans.
Okay.
So we have this.
He looks a little
sad. This thing here. You see this right here?
I do. What is that?
So this might look
Is it
kind of
something
large.
you eat?
No.
You could.
This has got
Vitamins.
medicine in it,
Vitamins.
and we want you to. When you feel there's a moment when your wheelchair friend is distracted, we want you to shove this up his bum.
It's the Vitalog.
It'll make your job so much easier with the chamber pots.
He looks at you for a second. His eyes, you can see there's almost a questioning look. And then the side of his mouth kind of turns upward a little bit. And then the other side. And then it grows and grows. His lips peel apart until there's a huge set of sharp razor-sharp goblin teeth. And he's smiling from ear to ear. And he's like, oh, that sounds wonderful.
There's a good
Nobby's going to help Master. Oh, he's going to make him feel so much better.
He's going to feel amazing. Trust me.
He's going to be so happy with me. Oh, thank you. And he'll take it.
Awesome.
And he's like, oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. And
Oh,
he
here's
goes,
another gold piece.
Oh, you gave Nobby a gold piece?
Yes.
Oh, my goodness.
He's going to be your servant.
I might be able to buy clean water. And he goes running back to the tent and disappears in there. All right, so Rain, you fly over. Well, you want to find Puffless?
Well, I want to find Puffless on the way to Effie's.
Okay, yeah, you can find. Puffless is like snacking a little on your guys' leftovers that you guys didn't eat inside the tent.
Oi.
I'm sorry. Yes. Just cleaning up some of the biscuits and gravy and sausage and eggs.
Right? Yeah, all right. You can do that later. I got a question about the rules of this fucking game.
Oh, yes.
Orin. Hey, Orin.
Yes?
Yeah, can you come over here?
It just takes, yes, I'm here.
Right, you're smarter than me, so I need you in on this conversation.
Oh, dear
Right.
God.
Look, tell me the rules. That girl, she's got to compete by herself. Is that what you told Orin last night?
Oh, no, I spoke to someone else.
You spoke to Mr. Orin at all last night.
Right.
I'm so sorry.
Right. But that girl, she's got... Yeah, if she has to compete by herself.
Well, if she continues to compete, the rules state is the team continues to compete as is. Yes.
Right. Look, is there any way we could take her and add her to our team?
Oh, no. You can't cross between the teams. The only time that teams can work together in the same zones is if there's a group event. There was this time when...
Right. I'm going to shut you the fuck up right now.
I go, it's a storm giant. Yeah, heard it.
Yes,
Terrible.
yes.
Frightening.
Yeah,
Lots of lightning.
right.
Yes, go on.
Right. Anything that says that we can't protect her, even if we're not on the same team.
Well, the only problem is that unless you're in a group event, you're not allowed to go into the other group's area, their challenge area. So if they're separate, now if you wanted to cast a spell on her before to bless her, that would be a gooder thing for you to do. She's such a sweet girl.
Blessing isn't quite my speed.
Your speed, my speed, I can do it.
Oh, you're a man of the blessings?
What's the likelihood that this event today is a group event?
It's always, we're not sure. It's at the whims of I'm assuming Judas, but there's always a chance. And then, yes. There's no rules to either help or and he kind of looks over at the feebler elves tent or to get in the way of. And he kind of kind of looks a little afraid as he looks back over at you guys.
As they've interfered with it before. Go on.
Oh, yes.
Right. All right. Well, all right. Go back. Shove that fucking sausage in your mouth. Have a good time. We'll be back.
Oh, thank you. He's like, goes, all right, leaves.
Or I'm going to go talk to her. Do you want to come or you want to stay here? Can you do the blessing thing?
I don't have much of a blessing that will last long enough to get through the competition. It may not even last to the intro, but we can try.
Let's give it a shot. All right, so we'll go talk to Effie.
Okay. You get to her camp. She seems, she's a little, she's definitely not looking good, but she seems that she has sort of steeled herself for the sort of inevitability of the tasks. She's sort of put on fresh makeup. She hasn't really washed the old makeup off, so her cheeks are still sort of streaked, but she's put fresh sort of eyeliner on, and she's got her boots and everything back on. She's like, "Hey, what you want? You coming back for seconds, man?"
Right, lass.
Do you not see me right here?
Oh, you brought a friend, I see.
Right, lass.
Oh, okay.
Listen, there's very little time for that. Possibly, that's agenda number 2 item. Agenda number 1 is look, we feel really bad. You're by yourself. You have to get through this. We want to try to help you, but we just checked the rules, and we can't protect you unless it's a group event.
Well, I'll be all right. It's fine. I'll just Eldritch blast the shit out of whatever he throws at us.
Maybe you should try something a little different.
Like what?
Do you have something different?
Orin, this is how we got into a bad situation yesterday.
I'm just saying, you have. I mean, like literally.
That's the equivalent of telling someone to calm down.
I didn't tell her to calm down. Did I say that?
Okay, Orin. All right,
Get angry.
So we got a little blessing for you if you want it. It might help out a little bit. And look, if there's a chance it's a group event, like I said, us metal people got to stick together. You come and find us, and we'll work together during the group event. If it is a group event, all right.
You do,
because you guys are all right in our book.
All right.
Well, that's a pretty broad statement. Okay.
All right, she's all right in my book, okay?
That sounds right.
All right, so she will accept a blessing.
The only blessing that's going to stay until this competition will be the vigilant blessing, which will give her advantage on her next initiative roll.
Oh, that's cool. All right, she'll take it. She'll thank you. All right, you guys head back. And the trumpets go off. You can see the contestants, the feebler elves roll out. The one guy's arm's a little bit bigger today.
As we're walking back, I said,
Eldritch blast.
Yes. Look. She does that a lot. And look, I may be
Was she doing Eldritch blast during your little? Never mind. Don't want to know. Just keep walking.
About 8 times, mate. That's about 8 times. All right. Listen, but it's like I may be an asshole, but I'm not a complete dick. So thanks for helping her out. All right.
The thing is, where's a companion, and why she hasn't been completely healed? I mean, this town's going to have tons of clerics.
It doesn't seem like they're
nice. No, they're not. It
doesn't seem like they're too good at helping out the people who don't think they're their own.
The thing is, if she doesn't compete, she'll be out on the street anyway.
Well, like I said, if it's a group event, let's see if we can meet up and help her. If not, I mean, we did the best we could.
True. Let's just hope that our log of vitamins works.
You guys are standing there. The wizards come out with the scrying balls, and the crowd all gathers. And it's sort of, you kind of accustomed to this. Judas takes the stage, and he has like this silver platter with one of the silver domes over the top of it. And he sets it down, and he says,
"For many of us here, we enjoy the gooder things, the simpler things. And nothing can be more simple and more delicious than the cornerstone of the happiness that is the bounty of our farms."
And he pulls off the lid, and there's a roll. There's like a dinner roll sitting there, and it's just this perfect, and just like steam. There's a little bit of steam coming off of it, and it's like this beautiful kind of oversized dinner roll. And he says,
"Today we celebrate the most simplest of our cooking, the very basis of the thing we love, the roll. And as you go out today for your final challenge, you will take this most wonderful, this gooder thing, and you will mix with it that which is as most vile and contradictory to our way of life. You will go into the abandoned village, and ye shall bring back and make for us the vrock and roll."
And the crowd's like, "Oh."
Say again, please.
The vrock and roll.
I think he means ROC.
Oh.
No, rock is something too.
And the crowd's very quiet, and they start
Great.
clapping, and you see them part, and you see A. Snyder stand next to where Effie is, and then B. Snyder is standing with the feebler elves, and D. Snyder is standing next to you guys, and you begin to lead you down the paths. And Rain, you turn and you look across the crowd, and you see Effie looking at you, and you can sort of see her resolve cracking a little as she starts following A. Snyder down the path, and you kind of begin to fly toward her a little bit, and a large hand softly but imposingly raises between you, and you look into the eyes through the helm of D. Snyder, and he looks at you and says, "You can't stop rock and roll." Thank you for listening to the Advanced Age Role-Playing Gamers podcast presentation of the next chapter of Sex, Drugs, and Saving Throws story, Baking the Law. I'm Matt, your host, and also your tour manager for this adventure. The Mithril Maidens are Nathan, playing Echoes of Banter, an Eladrin elf monk who's also the band's bagpipist. Tyr, playing Rain nor Shine, a fairy fighter rogue bass lutist. Sean, as Holgrim of the Lost Shire, a halfling barbarian and lead lutist. Chris, as Zulja Azea, a half-orc bard and drummer of the band. Kupo, as Gromarsh, a half-orc bard and lead singer. And to keep them all in line, Malcolm, as Orin Killroy, a half-elf cleric and manager. Original art for Sex, Drugs, and Saving Throws was done by Simone Temeta, also known as Old Raging Barbarian. Music and sound effects for Sex, Drugs, and Saving Throws were provided by Dark Fantasy Studios, SoundQ, and original sound effects by our very own Nathan. If you like what you've heard, please go ahead and follow, link, subscribe, and write a review anywhere that you find or listen to our podcast. Or you can also leave a comment if you like to watch our episodes on our YouTube channel, or just hit us up on Twitter. We're happy to talk with folks. Thank you again for listening. So grab your +1 longsword and your bottle of Viagra, because you're never too old to roll. That's it. 2-hour build-up, baby.
All
you
that.
Can't stop rock and roll. All right. Thank you. This went a little long, but
that was
good. I'm sorry. Or
this
was going to get us, I don't know, locked up episode.
Yeah, this is going to get us in trouble, but still.
Yeah.